Well, I didn't realize until watching an interview with Steve-O is that you were actually on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
This was what year?
2009.
Okay. How's that whole experience like?
It was rigorous. There's a lot of like press campaigns we had to do, promotional things, packages, which are like all the videos and testimonies and things. So it was a lot of work. It was good, but it was, life-changing in a lot of ways. I made a lot of money,
Yeah. How much do you make as a contestant on?
I made about $500,000.
Okay. All right. There we go. That's a real amount right there.
Yeah.
And then do you get more if you win?
Yeah.
Okay. How much do you get if you would have won?
Probably like $1 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
An extra $500,000.
Yeah, I was number 5, but that was out of 16 people.
Okay. And it's still going strong these days. Iman Shumpert just won it.
Yeah, I was surprised about that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised. He kicked JoJo's butt.
Right. Because, he's not known to be a dancer at all. He's a basketball player.
But maybe it is the public that's voting,
Yeah.
Sometimes I was a little skeptical of that because Donny Osmond beat me. I was like, Donny Osmond. I was like, who is Donny Osmond? Osmond, Marie Osmond and all that. I was like, I still don't know one thing about Donny Osmond. Nice guy, but I don't know anything about him.
Yeah. Well, I guess in the interview you said that you hooked up with your dancing partner, Karina Smirnoff.
Yeah, we weren't sexually involved, but we made out a few times or whatever it was, a couple of little things, you know what I mean? And then she had a falling out with her fiance, Maxim Smirkovsky. And, we started becoming interested into each other. And then it was just kind of like, we made out a couple times, whatever it was. Went on some dates together. And then I was just like, I don't really want this kind of relationship type of thing. And then Max was mad at me during the whole competition. I think it was a Jenna Krupa, or what's her name? Something Krupa. I don't know. I forgot what her name is. And he got mad at me about that because I guess he was blaming me for their breakup or something like that. So, and when you really get personally involved with a lot of the people and contestants on the show,
yeah.
And I think that a lot more people like hook up. What's the dude from Shark Tank that he married? What's her name? There's y'all know what I'm talking about, but like there's a he was and she was on my season.
You're talking about a Kim Herjavec?
Yeah. Herjavec was his last name. He's the billionaire on Shark Tank.
Right. She was paired with Shark Tank star and future husband, Robert Herjavec.
Yeah, Robert Herjavec. So
and they ended up, the
billionaire guy in Shark Tank. Yeah. So, there's a lot of people that they're probably like hooking up. They're probably fucking and doing all kinds of crazy shit.
Right.
But we never went that far. Then we started not really getting along, and then and then Karina stopped. Her and I we couldn't do rehearsals together anymore. So I had to have she would hire somebody else, teach them the choreography, and I would go into the studio and work with them. Then she started like stepping on my heels a little bit, or stepping on me with her heels, and like kneeing me in the nuts and shit like that. And then next thing you know, we got voted off the next day. So I was like,
and that was that. Yep.
I was like, man, don't piss off a Russian, bro. Like, and now my girl, she's Eastern Bulgarian, so like she's right next door. But I don't know. I got a thing for like, European girls, I guess. I don't know.
Well, you had mentioned that you had dated Mel B from the Spice Girls.
Yeah. It was pretty low key. Not a lot of people knew about it. But yeah, we were together for like a couple of months. Yeah.
How old were you at the time?
This was just 3 years ago.
Oh, recently?
Yeah.
Oh, so she already had the baby by Eddie Murphy and everything then?
Oh yeah, her daughter is a fan of me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Her daughter walked in and was like, "I can't believe you're hooking up with Aaron." 'Cause I had posters of him on my wall. No, I was just laughing. I was like, I don't know what to say about that. Like, it was kind of she was a sweetheart though, you know. She's a good girl, you know.
Okay.
Mel B's a good girl, you know. She's been through some rough stuff in her life too.
Right, because there was the whole issue with Eddie Murphy, I guess, not claiming the baby in the beginning, and then
Is that what he did?
something happened. Yeah, because I think she like
She
sued
never
him.
really talked about it with me, you know.
Yeah, apparently like he wasn't paying child support or whatever because he, was claiming it wasn't his in the beginning, and then they went to court, but he never showed up, so she just got a default judgment. So then she got the child support, but then there were some problems with her husband afterwards, and just a bunch of drama and so forth.
Yeah, I mean, I knew a little bit about her relationships from her, but out of respect for her, I'm gonna keep that private. But yeah, I mean, I know she's been through the ringer when it comes to like love, and when you do what we do, it's really hard to, man. I'm telling you, Vlad, it's hard to find real love. Like you don't know sometimes, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like sometimes somebody that you think is the closest person with you and your significant other, you could be sleeping with the enemy and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
When you're in our position, it's really, you got to be really scarce and like you got to understand that. Like so for me, like here's the problem with me. I think is like I have a tendency of picking the same apples off of a tree, and you know what I mean. Which means I have a bad picker. I need to go to a different tree. You know, they're all sour apples, and you just got to be on guard, man, when you do what we do. And I've always tried to stay very humble and when it comes to like relationships. Obviously, I got my own thing. I do my own thing. I don't give a fuck what anyone says about me. If someone wants to say some shit, I'm gonna go at your throat. You know what I mean? Like, because I know who I am at the end of the day. And, like I said, being in this industry can really, you would think, all right, because that person's been in the industry, they know a lot. Well, there's people out there that don't know a lot and that are so sheltered because of being in the industry, like Britney Spears. And, I toured with Britney for 2 years.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
When was this? What year was this?
This was in 2000 and 2001.
Okay, so she was at her
1999, 2000.
This was Britney at her height.
This was Britney One More Time tour.
Yeah, exactly. Which is she's just coming out and she's the biggest thing ever.
Yeah, and she was doing like 20, 30,000 seaters, Jones Beach, stuff like that. And I ended up getting kicked off of the Backstreet Boys tour at 9 years old because the Backstreet Boys were jealous that I was watching them on the side of the stage and fans were screaming for me instead of them. So so that's the last time I ever did anything with Backstreet Boys. They kicked me off of their tour when I was 9 because they were mad that fans were screaming for me because I was by the soundboard to the left of the stage watching them. So, and then I went and I toured with Britney. I did the All That Much Music and More tour, the Nickelodeon tour. It's where I met my first girlfriend, Amanda Bynes. And then I did the Britney tour. Or actually, right before the Britney tour, what I did was what it was called. It was a Walmart tour where we had this truck that turned into a stage, and I did free concerts at over like 300 Walmarts.
Okay.
In a whole year. And we just put out the stage, and it was a free concert. Then Britney's tour, Destiny's Child, Usher, Brandy, and they're the ones that kind of got me started. And that's why I have more of like an urban following than I do have with like little white kids, Like, because I'm not really like that. I don't know how to explain it. You know what I mean? I'm different.